This is a short video about why animators need to be on LinkedIn. And my name is Alex Williams. I'm the head of animation at Escape Studios in London and the founder of the online school Animation Apprentice. So this video applies to all my students, and the key message is you must be on LinkedIn. Nowadays, everyone's on LinkedIn, and even if you don't like social media, it's very important to embrace LinkedIn as the most professional social media, because it is now your main shopfront, especially when it comes to finding animation recruiters. And I did not fully understand the power of LinkedIn until I attended the View conference in Turin, Italy, a couple of years ago. And I was on a panel, and I was sitting next to a recruiter, and she said, "I live on LinkedIn." Those were her exact words. And she is looking to recruit talent for animated films. And when she's crewing up, she's basically looking for a roster of talent that she's connected to at LinkedIn that she can then send over to animation supervisors and producers who are looking to crew up talent. Because remember, the single best way to find an entry-level job in the industry is when you have a studio that needs to go from nothing to a big crew. That's how I got my first job on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The studio was very, very small when it began, and it needed to crew up to 150 people, and so they were prepared to take a risk on newbies like me who didn't know very much. And that is still the case when you've got a movie that's crewing up and they need bodies. They're going to be a lot less fussy and a lot less inclined to say, well, you need 5 years experience in the industry or whatever. Now, when you go to LinkedIn, obviously you're going to sign up. You're going to put your name up there. You have to do your job history, which is useful because it's kind of like having your CV online. One thing that's really important is to replace there's a kind of blue starry background that will go a banner, and you need to customize that. Don't just use the default blue starry background that every accountant from Milwaukee uses. You know, you're an artist, right? You're a creative artist. You're expected to come up with something that looks pretty. You also want a nice photo. Please don't have a photo of your dog or your cat. The photo should be of you. It can be a caricature of you, that's fine, but it should be a photograph of you, and hopefully a photograph of you looks smiley and friendly and inviting and says, you know, I'm a reasonable, non-crazy person without horns and a tail, and you know, I will show up on time and have clean fingernails and be a model employee, because that's the message you want to send out, right? Because you're starting out in the industry. So you want a nice photo, a nice clear background, a nice statement of what your recent work is. If you're available for work, say so. So your profile could be 3D animator available for work, or it could be 3D animator freelancing available for work, or 3D animator at Framestore if you're lucky to have a job, but available for work from such and such a date if you know there's a big layoff coming up, as is often the case with project work. But make sure that you tell people that you're available and say what it is that you do. And the other thing you need at LinkedIn is you need a link to your demo reel. Now, obviously, you're going to have a demo reel at YouTube or Vimeo, or link to your blog or website, because all of that stuff is very important. And we'll talk about that in other videos and blog posts. But you need, and it's a little bit of a fiddly thing, you'll just have to Google it, how to embed your a video at LinkedIn. There's a process you have to go through. The interface isn't entirely obvious, but you can do it, right? You're tech savvy, you're working from home, you figured out under Corona how to be your own tech assistant or your own IT department, and you can do it. So embed your demo reel, add your LinkedIn profile, connect to me, and then through me you can start to connect to thousands of people in the animation industry, and crucially the recruiters. So if you haven't done it now, make your own LinkedIn profile. Don't do it tomorrow, do it today.